In this video, we're going to look at what happens when cops pull over lawyers, and spoiler alert, they instantly regret it. So without any further delay, let's get straight into the clips. Here, a police officer pulls over a woman and asks her to turn off the engine and to keep her hands on the steering wheel, and she agrees.
Hi there, can you turn your engine off for me, please? Keep your hands on the steering wheel as well.
Sure.
Turn the engine off.
When she asks him why he pulled her over, she's a bit confused and says that she wasn't speeding and that the car is in perfect condition.
You know why I pulled you over today?
Well, actually I don't, because I wasn't speeding and my car's in perfect condition.
The cop then explains that he pulled her over because she was accelerating too fast. She admits it, and when he asks her to give him her license and registration, she gives it to him, no questions asked.
You know when you take off from being in a standstill, if you go too fast, that's accelerating too fast, which is what you've just done.
Right, yeah, sorry, yes, that was my mistake. Okay, so are we okay then? Am I okay to go? Because I was barely over the speed limit.
I would like your license and registration.
Yeah, okay,
Hurry up.
not a problem. Fine.
Thank you.
But then he asks her to step out of the vehicle, and this is where things take a rather interesting turn. She says that she's not legally required to do so and that rolling down the window is enough. The cop then changes his tone and sarcastically calls her Little Miss Know-It-All. Okay, talk about being arrogant.
Can you step out of the vehicle for me?
Rolling down the window to talk to you is all I'm actually legally required to do. There's no reason for me to leave the vehicle.
Are you sure about that, little Miss Know-It-All?
He then adds that he's a trained police officer and that she doesn't know the law better than him. At this point, he doesn't realize that he's messing with the wrong person because the next thing you know, she reveals that she's actually a lawyer.
Because, you think you know the law better than me. I'm a trained police officer, gone through the academy, you know?
Okay, well, that's good. I'm a solicitor, so yeah, I do know them.
The cop doesn't like that one bit and changes his tone from sarcastic to rude. He asks her if she's sure about that. When she confirms, he says that she's an assistant at best. He accuses her of saying big words just to make it look like she's a lawyer.
What about that? Just car you're driving, you're a solicitor.
Yes, I am sure about that. I've done several years of training in London, have my LPC.
Is that right?
Yes, I'm now...
Anything else you would like to add to that list?
Would there be any point?
You're an assistant at best. Come on, we both know it. You're just using big words and you're making up big words.
The woman is very patient with him and tells him once again what she's legally required to do. He straight up mocks her by asking her if that's what she's learned at her big fancy law firm.
Read up on the law. I have rolled down the window, I have spoken with you. That's all I'm legally required to do.
You really have to admire this woman's patience. The cop then changes the subject and asks her about her MOT certificate. She tells him that it's not in the car at the moment because she had it serviced last week.
Have you got your MOT certificate?
It's actually not in the car at the moment. I had it serviced last week and I haven't yet put the updated certificate in the glove compartment.
The cop then continues to mock her and tells her that she doesn't know the rules of the road despite being a lawyer. The woman is again very calm and collected despite these provocations, and yet he tells her that he doesn't like the tone of her voice and threatens to bring her to the station.
So, you're telling me, again, that you're a lawyer and you don't understand the rules of the road. Right? You don't understand the basics of being pulled over.
I do, and I think you'll find the Road Traffic Law of 1988 will show that law about giving MOT certificates not changed in 34 years.
34 years. Then you as this big fancy lawyer must know all the rules of the road, correctly?
Well, I do try to keep up with changes in legislation, yes.
Right, you know what, I'm not happy with this tone of voice you're giving me. I'm an officer of the law.
Yes, I think we've established that.
If you continue to be disrespectful towards me, I'll bring you into the station.
At that point, the woman just straight up tells this ignorant cop that according to the law, she actually has 7 days to provide her MOT certificate.
No, you won't actually, because I think you'll find that Section D of that particular act, well, it protects motorists by giving them 7 days in which to produce their MOT certificate. I don't have to give it to you now. If it's not in the car, I have 7 days with which to find it. I do know where it is, and bring it into the police.
The cop loses it at this point and asks her once again to get out of the vehicle. When she tells him for the 4th time that she's not legally required to do so, he threatens to arrest her and tells her that her big boss at her law firm won't do anything to stop it. To which she replies that he will come down on him like a ton of bricks.
Can we leave it there?
Well, no, because I've asked you to get out of your vehicle multiple times and you're refusing.
That's right, I am refusing, as is my right. My legal
Then
right.
would you like me to arrest you?
Well, you're very welcome to arrest me,
What
but
is your big boss at the law firm going to do if I arrest you?
I think my...
Absolutely nothing.
I think you'll find my big boss at my law firm will come down on you like a ton of bricks.
What a brick on this imaginary law.
The video cuts, so we don't know exactly what happened in the end, but this is just one example of cops getting owned by lawyer. Keep watching to see more. This police body cam shows 2 cops pulling over a woman, but little did they know that the woman is Aramis Ayala, Florida's state attorney. When she tells them that and she shows her identification, one of the cops says that her tag didn't come back when they ran it, and that was the reason for the stop. Well, that and the fact that the windows were really dark. She just smiles at this statement and asks them for their cards, and one of the cops writes it down for her.
Do you guys have cards on you? Yeah, 1 second, please. Actually, this isn't my car, but I can write my name down if you'd like.
Oh wow, this has got to be one of the biggest reverse card hits in history. You can tell just how uncomfortable that cop was by the way he was clearing his throat. After the incident, Miss Ayala said that the stop appears to be consistent with Florida law, but reiterated that she doesn't believe she violated any laws. Contrary to some social media posts, she didn't file a lawsuit. A man named Emmanuel Olawale was just dumping trash when the cops showed up. He gave them his business card and his ID, no questions asked, but the problem arose when they tried to run his ID. He didn't allow them to do so as he did nothing wrong.
Here's my business card.
All right, I'll give it to him. You can keep doing what you're doing. We're just, again, we're kind of concerned. Yeah, seeing somebody dump a bunch of stuff there. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I have it back? No, don't run it.
Oh.
Don't, have to, don't run my card. Don't run my ID.
huh?
Don't run my ID.
Don't run your ID?
I have no reason to.
Well, we're gonna at least mark it down. We're gonna take down your information.
Nope. I'm on my property, putting trash in mine.
And this was where he revealed that he's actually a lawyer. He explained that he wasn't violating any laws and that he was on his law firm's property. One of the cops, who obviously didn't know what he was saying anymore, asked the man if that dumpster belonged to him.
I'm a lawyer. I know my rights.
Okay.
I'm not violating any law. I'm on my property. There's no suspicion. No one called anybody. So don't run my ID. I only identified myself so that this won't escalate.
That's fine, but we can still mark down who we're out with, and so that's what we're gonna do.
No.
Yes.
You didn't stop me. Don't turn this into an issue.
Sir, you are turning this into an issue. We're just simply marking down who we're out with.
Yeah.
So he's just gonna write it down on a piece of
Oh,
paper.
it's just your name.
Why?
Because, sir, we are out with you because we were concerned that you were illegally dumping.
But you've already discovered. Do you want me to show you my office?
I understand that you're here, but I don't know if this dumpster belongs to you or somebody else in the...
After a bit of back and forth, the cops finally realized that they made a mistake, although they didn't admit it, but they let the man go anyway.
So what? It belongs to everybody. We're paying for it. It doesn't really matter if it belongs to all the unit.
That's fine.
Just give me back my ID. Thank
There.
you. Thank you. Don't worry, everything is under control. And that's my wife.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
No,
fine.
I understand
Do you want your card
came,
back?
Yeah, I understand you came to check, but trying to run my ID to find anything, no, that's illegal.
Olawale didn't like this encounter one bit, so he posted the whole issue on his Facebook page where he accused the cops of racial profiling. A constitutional law professor who's also a YouTuber, Chile de Castro, got pulled over by cops for a supposed traffic violation, or more specifically, running a red light and making an improper turn. When a cop approached Chile to ask him for his driver's license, little did he know that he was about to be schooled. Chile explained to the cop that he was running a red light because the road was closed.
Hey! Do you have a driver's license, please? Insurance and registration.
I sure do.
Okay.
Is there a reason why you pulled me over?
Yes, there is. You ran a red light when you were at University and Rural, and then you made an improper turn right here. When you cut the car off, that was in lane number L2. Do you have a driver's license, please?
I do, but it's in here. You're not going to be scared if I reach it, are you?
Do you have any weapons?
Well, I don't answer any questions, but you can clearly see inside of my vehicle. I have camera equipment. I'm a TV producer.
Okay. Do you have a driver's license, please?
I do.
Could you grab it for me, please?
But I did a U-turn where the road was closed. I just want you to notice that.
All right. Could you give me your driver's license, please?
I can, but I got to reach in here, and I don't want you to be scared.
Just give me your driver's license.
This is the Mullen Commission. I teach constitutional law.
Okay.
Just so you understand what you're doing here.
All right.
Be really careful your steps here.
Give me your driver's license, please.
You can't say I ran a red light when the road was closed and I didn't see the road was closed. I took a right and there was nowhere to go.
But instead of admitting that he made a mistake, the cop then accused Chile of making an improper turn. This was where Chile called him out and asked him to stop making stuff up. He offered the dashcam footage in his car as evidence that he didn't make any improper turn.
You didn't see the road was closed?
I saw, but I also saw that you were stopped at a red light, and you turned left at a red light, and then I also saw right here, you turned left from lane number L1 and straight into lane number 2 and cut off the other vehicle that was.
I didn't cut off any vehicles, officer. Don't make things up. I got a camera in here, so don't say things that aren't true. I didn't cut off anybody.
The officer was surprised by this, but instead of letting it go, he asked the man for his registration card. As Chile got out of the car to get the registration that was on the passenger seat, another cop showed up and asked him to stay in his car.
Let me just take a look and see. Okay, it's on the other side. Let me get my
on the passenger side.
I can get it. I don't need you. I don't need your help. You can. I'm not a criminal, so get the off of me, brother.
I'm gonna have you wait in your car.
No, I'm gonna grab my registration like you asked me to do.
Sir, I'm gonna have you wait in your car.
Chile was having none of it and went on to give the cop some law lessons, basically saying that the cop wasn't giving him a lawful order. And this was where he revealed that he teaches constitutional law.
I'm gonna have you wait in your car.
You're not giving me a lawful order. I teach constitutional law. Be very careful what you do.
After giving the cops some more lessons, they had no other choice but to let him go, realizing that they chose the wrong man to mess with.
It's completely uncalled for. And they pulled me over because there was a road down there that was
your citation. You have to take it by the.
What's my citation for?
January red light violation, improper turn. The back of the citation.
You couldn't see the road was closed back there? Oh, go to hell, dude. You guys are both authoritarian. Oh, can I walk over here now? Are you still scared, copper? Are you still scared? Are you still scared? Are you still scared?
Which moment from today's video did you enjoy the most? Let us know in those comments down below, and also subscribe to our channel with notifications on so you never miss a video from us. Until next time, stay safe and stay smart.